Morning campers, happy lockdown Wednesday. Welcome to Nigel's inner sanctum. Not many people coming here. Now I've got a bit of a surprise behind this checkered flag cover. So shall we see what's under here? Who can guess what's under here then? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. This is my replica of a Honda RC172 that I built just over 6 years ago. This bike is now 48 years old. It's a 1972 Honda 354. And when Jim Redman and Mike Elwood raced these, they was called the Howling Fours. And that's because they howl down the straights. I bought this probably 12 years ago. Now, these bikes, we didn't have them in Europe. We had the under 404 in Europe, under 504, which I've got one here behind us. The 554 and the 754, that was the under 4 range. From probably 1969, I think, till probably 1978, that kind of era. But the American market, they wanted a 350 version, and I believe it's the under 400 engine that they use, probably just bored slightly different. So this is a genuine 350 Honda from America. There was quite an ugly bike when they was on the road. So what I've done is converted this, as I say, into RC172 Jim Redman Mike Elwood replica. I did 99% of the work myself. I didn't paint it, but I prepared it to paint. I made all the exhaust for it. I think we can see, let's have a look at this, look. See the exhaust here? Yeah, you can see the exhaust. Twin pipes. Yeah, what a lovely sight that is, and a lovely sound. I've had this on the tail pod, 354, that's the registration. Made some brackets, obviously, for the exhaust. Oh, and these exhausts are all handmade and welded by me, the brackets and everything. I cut the frame a little bit. I took the rear footrests off, welded some some brackets on here to put some rear sets on. They're rear sets. This seat pod, I had to put a new subframe on to carry the seat pod. Here's the engine. It wants a little bit of TLC at the moment. This is the tank. Jim Redman's signature 354. This is the dash. Here, the clocks. I'm not sure what mileage it's done. You might be able to tell. This is the fairing. And this is my, obviously, race number. I've never raced this bike, obviously, but I made it look like a race bike. I had this on the road, to be fair. There's my ignition switch. I did have it on the road, and so it was MOT'd. It was MOT'd. It really shouldn't have been, because it was very loud on the road. And then this fairing here I got from Slipstream Motorcycles. I did some electronics work, because you know I was used to be an auto electrician before my accident. I did some work for Paul at Slipstream on one of these. He was building one of these with a Honda 250 RS engine in, a modern engine. And instead of me getting paid, I said to him, I'll have that fairing. Obviously, I put some stickers on, I put my number on and stuff. So that's where that fairing come from, and I'm very proud of this. I mean, as a person, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a bit too big to ride it, and I looked a bit too big on it, to be fair. But I'm very proud of it. I need to get it going this year, and that is one of my plans. But because of my partial blindness, obviously, I've got no peripheral vision as well as central vision, and I've lost quite a bit of strength since I've stopped working. And my brain injury causes lack of strength and weakness, and sense of direction and sense of being around. And as you can see, probably you can see, it's on a bike lift. I've got to get it off there and get it outside on my own, and that's quite tricky. These are the things that I actually come against now. Losing your vision and having a brain damage, it isn't just about that. It's about everything else around it, you know. I lose so much sense of where I am, and I can't see out of the corner of my eye if I'm stepping on something. And there's no more glances now. I can't just glance round and see if there's something there, because all glances have gone. So everything in my life is 1,000 times harder than ever was. And that tires you out as well. I mean, I go to bed at night and I zonk off, you know, and it's all because everything I do in life is so much harder than it was. I don't know if you can hear some music in background. Well, that's my 1936 Decca 99 radio going. It's just come back from had some repairs done to it. So my mate Robin Walker's done that. So that sounds nice now. So I hope you've enjoyed an insight into Nigel's inner sanctum. You know what I mean? And a bit of story about this. So anyway, nice speaking to you. Enjoy.